What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with the review for Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 3, Episode 19, also known as the season finale. Thank God for that one. But we're followed up by a three-part reunion. The name of the episode is And-Be-Holt, you guys. Don't know why it was called that, but hey, whatever. Now, before we get into this review, if you guys are watching this video or any other on the channel and you guys are not yet subscribed to the channel, I'm going to need you guys to do me a big, huge favor. Stop taking me out on this date and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, turn your notifications on, share the video, and you guys, with that out the way, without further ado, let us discuss Love and Marriage Huntsville. Actually, before we discuss Love and Marriage Huntsville, let's talk about the reunion. I didn't really see everybody's looks. I just want to point out the two looks that just jumped out at the screen at me. Tisha looks like somebody's grandmother with that humped up ass wig. That's number one. Melody's wig was not the best looking either. That's it. I did see in the trailer that Marcel and Marceau are gonna go with it. No shock there. What else? Also, you guys, there's a new reality show coming to OWN in January. It's a listing show, so it's gonna be all about women in Atlanta, I believe, selling houses. Let me know in the comment section if you guys will be interested in me reviewing that show. We're gonna watch the first episode. If the first episode gives me anything to go by, we'll review it. If not, we won't. Speaking of that show, is Belle Collective coming back for season 2? Because I actually enjoyed Belle Collective season 1. But now let's go ahead and just talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville. All right, you guys. So this episode, it opens up and we see Melody. So Mel is at her office and, she is, preparing for the premiere of the video for Telltale Signs. Okay. You know what? I give Melody a little bit of crap, but the video was actually a really good video. She did a good job with the video. I can tolerate the song with the video. Outside of the visuals, I don't really see it for that song, but whatever. So Melody lets us know that she's inviting everyone to the premiere of the video, with the exception of Martell. No shock there, right? Now, there will be some people when we get to the party that are like, you invited this person, but you guys already know. So we see Tiffany come down. Oh, speaking of the reunion, did they say that Tiffany got fired from the Chambers of Commerce? Shout out to Tisha for that one. Did they say that? Let me know in the comment section, you guys. So Tiffany comes down. You guys remember that the whole introduction of Tiffany for Mel was for Mel to get some interns from, Alabama A&M. So that's what Tiffany's coming down there for. They're going to do the interviews. I was kind of confused. Now here's the thing that threw me for kind of a loop, right? They showed the people that Melody was interviewing, but they never showed her actually interview the people. So I was like, so was this just for a camera or what? But hey, whatever. So Tiffany is telling Melody about Destiny's, event that she had last week's episode, right? And how she feels some type of way about the fact that, Letitia came up to her asking her about the dirt on, what's the dirt on Tiffany? Well, Tiffany, I don't get why you're so upset and you're so in your feelings, because isn't the whole thing about Tiffany that Tiffany is transparent? But if you're so transparent, it wouldn't be an issue with a person asking you. And I don't think, and see, Tiffany is just in her feelings, because I don't necessarily think Letitia was saying what's the dirt. She was like, what is there to know about Tiffany? Because the only thing that we know about Tiffany is very surface level, right? All we know is surface level about Tiffany. We don't know anything about Tiffany's past. So she was just trying to get some information out of you about, your ex-husband, what happened with the divorce. Like, that's really what she was doing, but I didn't see anything wrong with that. Especially with you being on a reality show. It comes with the territory. Like Melody and Martell, I'm pretty sure when they came on the show, they would have preferred for this whole situation with Ari and Curry to stay buried if he could have kept his penis in his pants. They probably would have preferred for that to stay buried, right? This stuff with Kimmy and Maurice, I'm pretty sure that they didn't want this to be on camera, but it happened. And this stuff with Marceau and Tisha about him, allegedly having an affair with Martell's cousin and having a baby, having these babies. I'm pretty sure that this is stuff that they didn't want to come out on. They would prefer if their relationships weren't attacked, if they could just come on this show, show their lives what they want us to see, and if there's anything going on behind the scenes, keep it behind the scenes, right? But it's a reality show. People are going to dig. People are going to try to find things about you. And I just don't get Tiffany. Miss Transparent has issue with transparency, because you're not as transparent as you want to say you are. You're definitely not transparent. Like, let's be real about that. You're not a transparent person. So then we move over to Melody's party. Now here's where I said I had the question. Of all the people to invite to the party, why in the hell was Wanda there? Wanda and her curls were there. I'm gonna need Wanda to get out of the 1990s with that hairstyle that she has, and then that dress she had on looked like she was going figure skating. But hey, she's there, right? I'm like, so did Melody invite Wanda to the party, or did Carlos invite Wanda to the party? It's one of the two. So we see everyone there, right? With the exception of Martell. So Destiny is telling Maurice, hey, I'm coming on your honeymoon, right? He was like, aha, I meant to talk to you about that. Destiny, it's giving a little bit of obsession at this point. It seems like you're a little bit obsessed with Kimmy and Maurice. Just gonna be honest with you. That's just my personal opinion. It just looks like we're a little bit obsessed with these two. At first it was funny, but now it's not funny anymore. So then Tiffany is talking about the fact that, well, I thought Martell would be here. Why would you think Martell would be here? This song is about Martell. You, of all people, have mentioned every time that you guys get together as a group that Melody and Martell argue with one another. So why would you think that Martell would be there? And why do you think that Melody would invite Martell there, right? Now, yes, could Martell come? Absolutely, right? Carlos, we know how Carlos King got. We know how Carlos King operates. We know Carlos likes the mess. We know that, right? We know that some of the cast members like the mess. So it's plausible that he could have shown up, right? But I don't know why you would think that Melody, of all people, would invite that man to her video premiere party when this damn song is about him, despite the fact that she might want to say it's not. Girl, that song is 1,000% about him, and Side Chick of the Year, or Side Chick of the Year. Those songs are about him. They're 1,000% about him, right? So then we see Melody, right? So Melody is... Miss Vanessa went in there to talk to Melody, right? Actually, she wanted to dance with Melody, and Melody was like, no, I don't want to dance. She was talking about the dog. I'm like, what dog? I was confused. I mean, I know that there's a dog in the video, but so Melody was in a bad mood. And once she explained it, I'm like, okay, that makes a lot of sense why Melody is in the mood that she's in. Because what did she say? She's like an hour and 15 minutes behind schedule. That is my biggest pet peeve right there. That is my biggest pet peeve. Don't have me wait for you. Don't make me late somewhere. Like, that is my biggest pet peeve. I don't like to be late. I'd like to be on time wherever I'm going. So I got Melody in that instance, right? So then they're outside. The rest of the cast is outside, right? They're talking to Wanda. I don't know who would take any kind of a relationship advice from Wanda and her curls, right? But, Destiny says, like, Miss Wanda, what kind of advice would you give me now that I'm a single woman? I tuned her out because I'm like, I wouldn't take relationship advice. I wouldn't take styling advice. I wouldn't take hairstyle advice. I wouldn't take any kind of advice from Wanda and her curls. Like I said, Wanda and her curls are still stuck in the 1990s. So I definitely would not take it from her. So then Kimmy's like, why do we keep mentioning side pieces? Because at one point they talked about the fact that Wanda and the curls has a boyfriend and a husband. I don't know why she think that's cute, but hey. Like, we come at Martell about having his wife and his side piece, but y'all laugh when it comes to Wanda and her men. Double standard, right? But hey, I ain't finna get into that. I don't want to talk about that. That's neither here nor there. So then Kimmy tells them that, Patricia was supposed to come, and, she was going to come to basically clear up this whole situation of, was Kiowa and Maurice divorced by the time that Kimmy and Maurice got together? So they addressed it in their interview, right? Maurice said he filed for divorce when he was in Michigan, and he came back down to stay with Patricia. And I was thinking, when Patricia said it last week, that he came down to stay with her. I was like, why did he come stay with you instead of his own family? But they cleared it up in this episode why he did that, right? Because when Kimmy mentioned Patricia's name, Tisha's like, I know who she is. I was like, what's the beef with? I'm like, there seems like there's some beef between Patricia and Kim, and not Kimmy, but Tisha. Well, we find out what the beef is, and I don't get why Tisha was making all those faces. I'm like, girl, that has absolutely nothing to do with you. Like, that was that man's marriage. You worry about your marriage and you let him deal with his. So the issue is that Patricia was once married to Maurice's brother, Maurice and Marcel's brother, right? But they divorced. They didn't say why she didn't say why they divorced. She just said that, well, she did say she broke his heart. So I guess you trying to say she cheated on him. I don't know that, and I'm not putting that out there, but that's just what I got from that interview with Tisha. But I'm still sitting here thinking to myself, like, even if the woman broke your brother-in-law's heart, what that got to do with you? She didn't break your heart. So why you so in your feelings about this? But hey, she had an attitude about it, and I ain't got nothing else to say about it. But let's move on. We see Wanda. Wanda in this figure skater dress and these curls make a beeline to Miss Vanessa, right? So she asks Miss Vanessa, can we talk? Vanessa says, do I have to? She said, do I have to? I died. I was like, Miss Vanessa, I would literally tell Wanda, you know what, but Miss Vanessa's a better person than I am. I would have told Wanda and her curls to go straight to hell. Like, girl, why are you coming? I would have been like, why are you coming up to me talking to me? I don't like you. I don't know if Miss Vanessa don't like Wanda or not. I'm just saying, I would say that. Like, me and you got into it the last time because of the way you do my daughter, and then I wouldn't be able to forgive Wanda for what she said about the grandkids. That was a low blow when Wanda got on that live addressing Vanessa's grandkids. But so Vanessa, better than me, she went to the side, had a conversation with Wanda and her curls, right? So Miss Vanessa was telling Wanda, like, don't be giving my daughter none of that jacked up advice. She's like, what do you mean jacked up advice? I'm just going off of what I see. Wanda, you are a contradiction, right? Like, you are a true contradiction. You talking about you go off of what you see. But for 3 long-ass seasons of this show, you have saw that Melody and Martell's marriage is not perfect. Like that, now we know how they came onto the show, trying to be the happy couple, but the crack started to show, and we saw, the real ins and out of their relationship, and we saw how Martell was, and we found out that Martell was cheating. So why would you then go back and tell that woman that she needs to get back with him after what you see on the show, her going through with him? Make it make sense, Wanda. Like, please make that shit make sense, right? And then Miss Vanessa also told Wanda that if you hear anything about me and you want to know if it's true or not, come to me. I was like, amen. Just put that out there. That's what I always tell people too, right? If there is ever anything that you hear about me, that you want to know about me, the best thing to do is ask me personally. Now, I can tell you one or two things. Yes, or it ain't none of your damn business, right? That's the 2 things I can tell you. Yes, or mind your mind. Mind yours. Don't mind mine. Mind your mind, not mine. So yeah, and I agree with Vanessa with that one. But she reiterated, don't give my daughter none of that jacked up advice. I was like, exactly. Next up, we see Tisha. So we see the ladies. They're all sitting talking, right? So Tisha is telling Kimmy about, back what happened at Destiny's party with Tiffany, right? And she was talking about the fact that, Tiffany said that with her last relationship, she wanted more and she wanted different. Tiffany said, I never said that. Thank you to the producers for playing that shit back and showing that she actually did say, I wanted more, but then she flipped it and said she wanted different. She said she wanted different twice, but you did initially say you wanted more. Child, the fact that I am on Letitia's side, who would have thunk it, right? This is 2 episodes that I'm on Letitia's side. So I love the fact that Kimmy came to Letitia. She was defending what Letitia was saying, right? Because here's the thing, Tiffany this entire season has been talking about how, oh, I'm just transparent. You get that bullshit when you say something to somebody and they call your ass on it. Like you use that transparent shit with Destiny. You use that transparent shit with Kimmy. But that's not transparent. That was being messy. And I'm gonna run back to messy in just a minute, you guys. But I do love the fact that Kimmy said that, we're all on this show and we have to be transparent about our lives. But with you, we don't know shit. We're not, you're not transparent. So it's basically an oxymoron with you saying that you're transparent, which it 1000% is an oxymoron. So then Tisha hit her with the thing of, like, you came into this group. You told us that you and Lewis came into the relationship with kids from different, came in with your own sons. So we could have asked you if your son was with your ex-husband, and she was like, and that would be messy. Messy is as messy does. Like, you've been messy this entire season, so make it make sense. Again, that's another oxymoron. Girl, you just. I think and she's like, but me and Destiny, we had our one-on-one, and we've also discussed the fact that maybe there are times that we shouldn't bring things to the group and just have a one-on-one. But see, here's my thing with you, Tiffany, that is a contradiction. What you just said, that's a contradiction. Because think about what you're saying. You're telling Tisha that you and Destiny had a one-on-one where Destiny was asking you about who you were, right? That's the same thing Tisha did. Tisha didn't ask you in front of the group. Tisha pulled you to the side to ask you those questions. Is it because she was asking you questions that you just don't want to answer? Is that what it was? So if you don't want to answer those questions, then you're not what? You're not transparent. And then, Tiffany's like, but that would be like me asking you, so, Jalen, you and Maurice got together, but Jalen's not his son, right? And Kimmy's like, wait a minute. How did I get into this? Like that Nene leads me. How did I get into this, right? I'm like, see, there she goes. She loves to deflect. But I was on Tisha's side the entire time. I was really on Tisha's side. And y'all know I'm very rarely on Letitia's side. Very rarely. But let's move on, you guys. And I think we're going to start wrapping the episode up. All right, you guys. Now, this next scene that we got, I don't really understand. I understood it at first. But then I got to the point where I'm like, I really don't understand this scene because it got to the point where they were talking in circles. So Melody premiered the video, right? She tried to come out there with that dog. That dog was like, girl, fuck you. I want to sniff this grass. I want to sniff this ground. Now, Mel, I did not like the fact that you drugged the dog. I did not like that. Because when she was pulling that dog, I'm like, Mel, he's going to come when he wants to come. Don't pull him. Like, that part I did not like. Because I love animals and I love dogs. More specifically, I love dogs. When I saw her pulling that dog, I was like, oh, that's not a good look right there, right? But she premiered the video. Everyone loved it. So then Destiny pulls her to the side. Destiny told her how proud of her she was. But then Destiny also went in to tell Melody that, sometimes she'd be upset with her, right? Because Destiny feels that Melody doesn't pay much attention to her when she tells her that she doesn't have a village, right? And they showed a scene where, she was talking about it. And that's why I say, in this scene, I understood Destiny to an extent. I got what she was saying. That she just would like, her family is not there. Melody has a village, right? You got your mama. You got your brother. You even have your ex-husband. Now, here's the question that I have for Miss Destiny. Girl, where's your ex-husband LeBuick at? Like, is LeBuick not in this your child's life? If LeBuick is not in his son's life, that is fucked up. Like, it ain't no easy way to say that. That is fucked up if LeBuick is not in his son's life, right? But I get it. Her family is not there in Huntsville with her. So I do get that part, right? And Melody said to Destiny, but, Destiny, with my village, these are people that the people that are in my village, they haven't been in my life that long. And I got what Melody was saying, and I got what Destiny was saying, right? I got both parts. I think it got to a point for me where it just felt like Destiny was just sticking a dead horse with a stick. Like she just kept poking, and poking that motherfucker until it was like, damn, bitch, I'm dead. Like, it just felt like that. And I'm not calling Destiny a bitch. I'm just saying that's how the horse was probably like, damn, I'm fucking dead. Stop poking me. I am dead. So they got into a little bit of an argument because at one point Melody did say, I will be a part of your village. Like, I will be a part of your village. But I think Destiny wanted Melody to say, and you can be a part of mine. But she doesn't need you. And Melody in her interview made a lot of sense, right? You got a new baby. You're freshly divorced. You got a business. So what do I look like putting adding to that by you watching my 4 kids? Melody did make a lot of sense in that part, right? She made a whole lot of sense, right? She made a whole lot of sense. But like I said, I feel like Destiny just wanted her to say, I'm your village, I'll be in your village, you're my village. But she doesn't need it, right? And Destiny didn't hear that. So yeah, she just kept going back and forth about it. And I just didn't get it. So they were arguing. Now I will say one thing, because I just looked down at my notes because I knew it was something that I wanted to mention. Now, Melody, it was a little bit rude for you to sit there and say to Destiny that, your kids are not checking for her, and that when she came to the photo shoot that your kids said, oh, Destiny's boring. My mother, and I'm not telling, she said, don't tell her how to parent. She really wasn't telling you how to parent. What she was saying was, your kids, that could come off a little bit disrespectful, right? If your kids say to somebody, oh, you're boring, or I don't want to go to your house because of this. I mean, my mother would never have let me say anything that bad. She would have never let me say anything about an adult. You are going to respect that person because they're older than you and you respect them, right? But yeah, so then Martell shows up to the party. I got a little bit of issue with Mr. Martell Holt in this scene, right? He showed up to the party. I was like, who told him to come to the party? So I was like, it was either Carlos, but then he said Marceau told him about it. I'm like, oh, so Marceau was being messy. So he came there in peace, which was surprising to me. And he just came there to tell Mel that he was supportive of her. I was like, really? And you guys, I got to be honest with you, I was actually pleasantly surprised. He came there in peace. They didn't argue or nothing. Now, what I do have an issue with is Martell in his interview basically trying to take credit for, Mel's success. Haven't you said it before? I mean, you may have given her money to do certain things, but you didn't attribute to her success. That is all on Mel. And then talking about, this song was about me. I don't support the song. I support Mel. But this song is about me, so I should get a 50% cut. Go to hell, Martell. That is literally all I can say to you is go straight to hell. Go to hell. Go to hell, go to hell, go to hell. But that's it, you guys. So yeah, we got a 3-part reunion coming up next. I'm kind of confused. I'm really over these 3 and 4-part reunions because I just don't think that they're really needed. I mean, I will say we've had a long season of Love and Marriage Huntsville, but it was pretty much the Melody and Martell show this entire season. So we got 3 weeks of Love and Marriage Huntsville reunion. So reunion part 3 will be the Saturday before Christmas. Literally, the Saturday before Christmas is when we'll end Love and Marriage Huntsville. We need a little bit of, you know what? And with that, I'm gonna need a little bit of a break from Love and Marriage Huntsville. I enjoy the show, but I know I need a little bit of a break from Love and Marriage Huntsville. Love and Marriage Huntsville don't need to come back into the mid-spring. So I'd say y'all start filming now. Give us a season by April, and I'll be good. But yeah. So the reunion's 3 parts. We're trying to figure out what we're gonna talk about in the reunion. I know we'll talk a little bit about Tiffany and her mess because I know Carlos mentioned that there was a petition. Now, I did not know about this. Y'all made a petition to fire Tiffany. I know we don't like Tiffany, but damn, I didn't know people made a petition to fire her. I know they mentioned her being fired from the Chambers of Commerce. Let's see, what else? I know we're gonna get into Tisha and Kimmy. So I feel like Kimmy, Tisha, and Tiffany storylines will be probably, if not in the first part, it'll be brief segments in the second part, and then y'all know part 2 and part 3. The gist of part 2 and part 3 is going to revolve around Melody and Martell's situation. Like we already know, we can already expect that. I'm letting you guys know that right off the bat. that part 2 and 3, if not parts 1 through 3, I know part 2 and part 3 are going to solely revolve around Melody and Martell. I'm telling you guys that right now. It's obvious. It's very obvious. Very, very obvious. But hey, you guys, that is going to be it for me. Like the video, leave your comments in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell button so you guys are notified when I drop anything else. Share the video, and until the next one, you guys stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Remember to wash your hands, wear a mask, socially distance, be blessed, and I'm going to catch you guys later. So, I know I've been saying that the Ultimate Girls Trip will be up by today. I haven't even watched the Ultimate Girls Trip, but I am gonna get it up to you guys. Just give me a little bit of time. I'll get it up to you guys. I promise you that. Give me some time, because I got so many shows that I'm watching and reviewing. Just give me some time, but I'll have Ultimate Girls Trip up to you. I can guarantee you that it'll be up. Also, we got tonight Real Housewives of Potomac reunion part 4. Thank God that is over. But part 4, and then we got Salt Lake City. I have Power Book 2 Ghost to watch. I got Insecure tonight. Salt Lake City. Did I say Salt Lake City? So yeah, Potomac, Salt Lake City, Insecure, and Ghost. And then Portia's show airs tonight. I'm not sold on reviewing Portia's show. If I do talk about Portia's show, it'll probably be on the back end of the Real Housewives of Potomac review. That's what I'm thinking. If I do talk about Portia's show, it's going to be on the back end of Potomac Part 4 reunion. But that's it, you guys. I hope you guys have a great one, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.